Hello students, welcome to the class. Today we'll discuss DNA fingerprinting technique. What exactly is DNA fingerprinting? How DNA fingerprinting is done and what are the uses or what are the significance of DNA fingerprinting procedure. Okay, who has first developed this technique? We'll start from that point. Okay, so what exactly is DNA fingerprinting and how it is utilized for the welfare of our society? See here, DNA fingerprinting. First, in 1984, this technique was developed by Sir Alex Jeffrey. Alex Jeffrey is the name of scientist who has invented the technique of DNA fingerprinting. And it is also known as DNA profiling or DNA typing. This procedure, it is known as DNA typing or DNA profiling also. In this technique, it is based on the mini satellites or VNTR sequences. See exactly what are these mini satellites. These mini satellites are the these are the short tandem repeats which are present inside the individual's DNA, and they vary. The sequence of VNTR or the sequence of STR, it differs from individual to individual. The sequence and the length of the VNTR, it also varies. So the VNTR is also known as variable number of tandem repeats. Okay, and these based upon these VNTR sequences, as these are very specific for individuals, and the number of VNTR, it varies from individual to individual, and the sequence of VNTR, it is also specific for a particular individual. So based upon the VNTR sequences, this technique, this fingerprinting technique, it is based. Okay, so what exactly are the VNTR? These are the variable number of tandem repeats, and these are also known as the STR, short tandem repeats. Okay, and this is based upon the STR or VNTR, the sequences. These are what exactly these are polymorphic DNA which vary from individual to individual, and they do not code for any genetic information, they do not code for any protein, but these are present inside the DNA in a repeat. Okay, and there are many repeats of such VNTR or STR sequences in the individual's DNA. So based upon these sequences, this fingerprinting analysis, it is done. Okay, and what exactly about the technique? What exactly is DNA fingerprinting? See, from any of the crime scene, the DNA is collected from different sources, maybe from the blood sample, or maybe from the vaginal swab, or maybe from the semen, or maybe from the saliva, or different sources. From the crime scene, the DNA, it is collected. This is the DNA sample. Okay, and based upon this DNA sample, probes are prepared. These probes are what? These are radioactive probes. These probes are single stranded DNAs which are synthesized based upon the VNTR sequences, and these are also attached with the radioactive elements to make them radioactive. Okay, and based upon these probes, the DNA sample which is collected from the suspects, they are analyzed, and if any hybridization is there, then the suspects, these are confirmed. Okay, so what is this technique? Is based upon many steps are there in the technique. First is step 1, collection of DNA sample of the individual in question. Means from the suspect body, from the suspect individual's body, the DNA, it is collected, maybe from the blood sample. Okay, and step 2 is isolation of DNA from the blood stain or semen stain or hair roots of victim's cloth or vaginal swab in case of rape victims. Okay, so these are the two procedures of collection of DNA. First one is collection of DNA sample of the individual in question, means from the suspect's body, and second is the isolation of DNA from the crime scene. From the crime scene, maybe from the blood stain or from the semen or hair root of the victim's cloth or from the vaginal swab of a rape victim. Okay, then step 3 is digestion of the DNA with suitable restriction endonucleases. In the prior classes, we have discussed about the restriction endonucleases. They cleave the DNA at particular sites. Okay, so by application of a particular suitable restriction endonuclease, we can cut the DNA, digest the DNA sample into many pieces. Okay, so third step is digestion of DNA with suitable restriction endonuclease to get desired many fragments of DNA. And in the step 4, there occurs gel electrophoresis. This is the technique of separation of DNA based upon the size. Okay, so gel electrophoresis technique, it is applied for the digested DNA fragments to separate them based upon their size. Okay, and step 5th, it is blotting or hybridization of DNA into nitrocellulose membrane. What is exactly this? See, blotting or hybridization means in the gel electrophoresis, in the agarose gel, DNA is separated based upon the size of the fragments, and from the gel, this DNA fragments, these are what these are first linearized. The double stranded DNA, these are treated with ethanol and to become single stranded. Okay, and these single stranded DNA which are present in the gel, agarose gel, these are transferred into nitrocellulose membrane. Nitrocellulose membrane is positively charged, and when it is attached with the agarose gel, hybridized with the agarose gel, then the DNA, as it is negatively charged, it gets attached with the nylon membrane or nitrocellulose membrane. Okay, so this technique is known as Southern blotting, because it was first developed by E.M. Southern, the name of scientist. Okay, so DNA hybridization is known as Southern hybridization or Southern blotting, by which the DNA fragments, they are transferred from the gel into the nitrocellulose membrane or nylon membrane. Okay, so this is Southern hybridization. DNA transfer, DNA blotting technique is known as Southern hybridization. Similarly, I am going to tell you that if it is RNA, then it is known as Northern hybridization. If it is protein hybridization, then that is known as Western hybridization technique. Okay, so this step 5th, it is blotting or hybridization of the single stranded DNA from the agarose gel into the nitrocellulose membrane. Okay, then step 6 is preparation of radioactive DNA probes. Preparation of radioactive DNA probes based upon the sample collected from the crime scene. Okay, so DNA probes, these are the synthetic probes, single stranded DNA which are attached with any of the radioactive element to make them radioactive probes. These are synthesized. Okay, and preparation of radioactive DNA probes by labeling with radioactive isotope, it is done. So probes are prepared. Okay, based upon the based upon the DNA collected from the crime scene, these are the probes are prepared. Okay, and next step is hybridization of DNA of nitrocellulose membrane, means from the suspects, the many, supposed to be 4 to 5 suspects are there, then DNA sample is collected, then this is restriction digested, then after restriction digestion this is electrophorized, and then these are made single stranded, then they are transferred to nitrocellulose membrane, and these nitrocellulose membranes, they contain the suspects DNA, means the people who are in the question, they are the suspects, but we have to find the real criminal. So these nitrocellulose membrane single stranded DNA, these are hybridized with the probe, the DNA probe which is synthesized based upon the VNTR sequences which is collected from the crime scene. Okay, so the next step is hybridization of the DNA of nitrocellulose membrane with the radioactive probes, that is also known as incubation with the labeled probes. What is done exactly? The nitrocellulose membranes with the single stranded DNA, these are dipped into the solution where the radioactive probes are present, and these radioactive probes, these are based upon the VNTR sequencer or STR sequences of the crime scene individual. Okay, from the crime scene, the DNA is isolated from different samples, maybe from the cloth, maybe from the vaginal swab, or maybe from the blood sample, etc. And this is hybridization of the nitrocellulose membrane DNA with the radioactive probes present in the solution. Then detection of the DNA bands with probes by autoradiography. In the next step, what is done? If any of the nitrocellulose membrane contains the single stranded DNA, any of the DNA, if it is complementary to the radioactive probe which is synthesized, okay, radioactive probe, then the radioactive probe, it makes a complementary strand base pairing with the DNA present in the nitrocellulose membrane, and there occurs a double stranded band. Okay, so we have to find out if any double stranded band or any of the radio labeled DNA probe, it is complementary to any of the DNA present in the nitrocellulose membrane, to find out the real criminal. Okay, so this is the incubation with the labeled probes by which the nitrocellulose membrane, these are dipped into solution, and if any complementary is there, then the DNA probes, they get attached with the single stranded DNA present in the nitrocellulose membranes. Then the last step is detection of the DNA bands. If any double stranded band is found, it is detected. Detection of the DNA bands with the probes by autoradiography. Autoradiography is a technique of exposure of these nylon membranes to the X-ray, or sometimes it is also, but means by by exposure to X-ray, these double stranded regions where the DNA, it is complementary to the synthesized radioactive probes, this is bound, and the double strands there by X-ray it can be detected as different band pattern. Okay, so detection of the DNA bands with probes by autoradiography technique. Okay, and see, these are the steps and how these are done. See, here I have drawn a linearized diagram to detect all these steps. See, first one is DNA sample collected. The DNA sample, it is collected from the individuals of question, that is from the suspect's body. and it is also simultaneously that the DNA sample is collected from the crime area. Okay, so both of the DNA from the sample, it is the extraction of DNA is there from the cell by breakdown of the cellular membrane and by breakdown of the nuclear membrane. That is, the second is extraction of the DNA. If the DNA amount is very less, then it is subjected to PCR multiplication. In the previous classes, we have discussed about PCR technique, that is polymerase chain reaction. Within a very less time period, we can get million copies of the same DNA having the same VNTR sequences. Okay, so PCR multiplication is the step where the multiplication of the suspect DNA it can be done, or multiplication of the crime scene DNA is done. Okay, then next step is restriction diacetion of both, okay, from the different suspect samples and the crime scene sample, restriction diacetion. Then gel electrophoresis to separate the DNA fragments. After the restriction diacetion, the fragments they are separated based upon the size of the DNA by gel electrophoresis technique. And then from the gel, the DNA in the gel electrophoresis, in the gel only, the DNA it is treated with the ethanol to get linearize the strands of DNA. That is, single stranded DNA are made in the gel, and from the gel these are blotted, these are hybridized into the nitrocellulose membrane. As we have discussed, that nitrocellulose membrane is positively charged, and DNA can be transferred from the gel into the nitrocellulose membrane or nidal membrane. Then incubation is there. Incubation means the nitrocellulose membrane having the single stranded DNA, this is deep into the solution having the probes, the radioactive probes. So incubation with the level probes, and by autoradiography technique, if any band pattern is there, if any complementary to the probe is there, then the probes they get attached with the single stranded DNA and the criminal can be detected easily. So by autoradiography technique, it is identifier detection and confirmation of the DNA fragments it is done. Okay, so these are the steps of DNA fingerprinting, of DNA profiling technique. Let's discuss about the significance. Why this technique is applied. Significance is that it is applied as a confirmatory test in the crime detection of rape or murder cases. In the criminal cases, that is in the forensic science analysis, it is utilized. Okay, and second is disputed parentage, maybe maternity or paternity. If any disputed parentage is there, then it can also be solved based upon the technique, because the VNTR or STR, these are the short tandem repeats or variable number of tandem repeats which are also heritable. Okay, so this can be also means very helpful for solving of the disputed parentage of a child. Then it is also utilized in the clinically restoring the health of blood cancer patients. This technique is also utilized, and this technique is also utilized for the diagnosis of inherited disorders. If any of the disorders, these are disorders means these are the genetic disorders, to find out the diagnosis or to diagnose the genetic inherited disorders, this technique is also applied. Okay, because the VNTRs or STRs, these are also inheritable from generation to generation. Okay, so this is the DNA fingerprinting technique. These are the steps we have discussed, and this is the diagram by which we can clearly discuss about the DNA fingerprinting in the stepwise. Okay, thank you for watching, and share and subscribe my channel for the upcoming videos. Thank you.